being an Xbox fan can be a little bit crazy sometimes. We kind of get some of the good, some of the bad. We get some decent announcements, but, at the end of the day, I really do feel like Microsoft has, some interesting things going on. I just feel like without the exclusives there, they're really missing the ball. Especially with, I'm just going to be honest, Microsoft is killing it in terms of the software, and Sony's first party is absolutely in shambles right now. So the fact that they are doing so bad in terms of what they're doing there, and Microsoft is failing to really kind of take advantage of that. Man, it really is showing you that things are kind of bad on that front. But anyway, what's up, everybody? I'm Crap Gamer. This is Crap Gamer Reviews with another video. Thank you so much for checking it out. I certainly do appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe. I would appreciate that. It certainly helps out my channel. I'm looking for a simple like. I do daily gaming content. If you guys enjoy that, you found the right place. Really cool to see that happen. And again, the only thing that keeps me going is, you guys doing the likes and things like that. I watch some of the feedback. I don't have time to respond to all the comments or anything like that these days, but, doing the daily content, I try to do, as much as I can, and I try to be, informative and fun, and hopefully that comes across to you guys. So, with that being said, I want to get into this. Again, we're kind of living in a world where there's, we used to get real excited. Remember when Phil Spencer used to wear a t-shirt on stage? Yeah, what a time. And he would wear a t-shirt, and it might say something like Crackdown 3 or Battletoads or something along those lines, and we would all speculate that something was coming from that. Like a lot of people watch Phil like a hawk, and then at the end of the day, sometimes that would turn into us getting a game or something along those lines. And I always thought that was kind of cool. That a lot of that stuff is kind of worn off because clearly Microsoft is not interested in really kind of being interactive with the fans or kind of giving fans hope for stuff or anything like that. So that's a little bit unfortunate situation for us all. But at the same time, I do feel like there probably are some little subtle things that are going on that are going to lead to games and things like that. That could be the case here. Whether or not that's going to be what happens, I don't know, but I did find this to be a very, very interesting situation and an interesting topic for sure. So according to this anyway, Xbox fans are very hopeful for a Marcus Phoenix collection or a Gears of War collection after Phil Spencer revisits the Gears of War classic. So, a lot of people check out what he's been playing and things like that. So remember if some years ago when some sort of Gears of War remastered collection seemed to be constantly churning away in the rumor mill? Well, those rumors have died down quite a lot over the last year or so, but Xbox boss Phil Spencer's recent gaming activity is getting people's hopes up once again. Basically, Phil has been spotted revisiting Gears of War 2 and 3, two titles that have long been rumored to make some sort of Marcus Phoenix collection. Phil has only been playing the Xbox 360 versions, of course, but the timing of this fresh Gears activity from the Xbox CEO is intriguing. Furthermore, if you check out Phil's Gamerscore activity relating to both of these titles, you can just see how long the bosses left these games alone before revisiting them. He earned a Gears of War 2 achievement in April 2009, before a flurry of fresh Gamerscore was earned starting December 23rd, 2024, while Gears 3 has an achievement gap ranging from January 2013 to January 2025, which we're in now. Ultimately, we don't know yet the reasons behind Phil revisiting these classic Gears of War games. The theory is that Xbox is most likely refreshing his memory before E-Day comes out, while some folks on the series subreddit are hoping that it could lead to a mysterious Gears of War collection. You never know, maybe he just fancied playing some old school Gears of War over the holiday. Anyway, we'll have to wait and see if anything comes from this. Obviously, there's going to be the developer direct this week alongside other opportunities for Microsoft to make some Gears-related announcements throughout the year. So again, whether or not there's going to be a Gears of War, announcement or whatever, I think that remains to be seen. But The interesting thing is, obviously, they do have a situation where they could announce it. See, the bad part is, that Microsoft could have been doing a lot of remasters and remakes for years now, right? And it's kind of recently Yoshida, who used to work for Shuhei Yoshida, who used to work for Sony. Who obviously he retired from them, and he wants to continue working with indies and things like that. Seems like a really good guy when it comes to gaming and things. But he mentioned that Sony does the remasters and remakes because it helps fund the other things that they're doing. So with that thought process in mind, I always thought Microsoft should have been doing, some remasters and remakes of some of their popular games. You know what I mean? Like, could you imagine we all liked the first Crackdown. You didn't really need to mess with the formula, so just have somebody remake it and modernize it. And, same thing with like the 3 Fable games. Could you imagine that? They just let like Halo 2 anniversary kind of come by or whatever, and the Halo 3 anniversary. Why not remake those games or remaster them? People would buy them, and I think they could help fund some of the other games that are going on in the industry a little bit. If that's the case, I know I'm not really for like remasters and remakes that often, but if it makes sense, then by all means do it. I feel like people would love to see that stuff. So I think that it would make all the sense in the world to have them do that, and then also to be able to have these games that people could maybe get into for the first time. Because I was thinking about this earlier, and the last true Fable game came out like so long ago, like over a decade ago, believe it or not. I know people don't want to believe it, but 2010, where that's 15 years ago. So there's people that are gaming right now that have never even played a Fable game. So why not introduce them to Fable a little bit by having like remasters and things like that? I think that would be, a really cool thing to kind of do, and and for a cool thing for fans to be able to kind of get into. Now, whether or not they'll actually do that, I don't really know, but I do think that it is something that they could do and they could actually accomplish, relatively easily, and that's something that I hope that they actually do, because, again, I think Gears of War would be fine, but if you're going to do a Gears collection, man, I just hope that they, I hope that they just keep this stuff exclusive, man. I don't want to see Gears of War on PlayStation and Nintendo. I know that sounds petty or whatever, but honestly, I don't think that makes any sense whatsoever, to go out there and do that, So hopefully they can, get some kind of change out there, do something that, gets people excited again about Gears of War. I feel like the first 3 Gears of War games get people excited. Stay far away as possible from that that 4 and 5. Like 4 was very, very safe, and then the bots were bad, etc. But again, 5 I think is where things really started to kind of fail and get off the roads a little bit. Like you got to get away from that stuff, in my opinion, anyway. But Gears of War is always welcomed, especially if you bring back the multiplayer for the original Gears and how it was. I think that could really do something for a lot of people, and hopefully we get that idea before too long. I don't know. I don't really believe there's a Marcus Phoenix collection or anything like that. I think that there is, there's probably a chance that they're going to port the, if they do have some kind of collection, I think the only reason why they would be to put that on PlayStation, unfortunately. So, that's a little bit of negativity there, but overall, I would love to play. I would play through them and get more achievements. I would love to play some of the multiplayer. I know I'm not huge on the whole idea of remasters and remakes, but hey, why the heck not? If they're needed, especially on games that are over like a decade old or whatever. I think that it makes a lot of sense to do that, and again, get people who have never played the franchise into the franchise. I don't think that would be a bad thing at all. I think that would be a fine thing. So, with that being said, would you guys want to see Gears of War come back as remastered or remakes or whatever to get people ready for the E-Day game, which is a prequel, so I mean, I guess you don't even really need to get ready, but let me know what you guys think. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up, crap gamer 'em up. I'll catch you next time. Crap gamer out.